Hello and welcome back to Metroid Other M, where today, well, we're gonna keep playing the game, honestly. We've got Sector 2 to go to. We did just get the Varia suit, so we're not gonna burn to death. Actually, we didn't just get it, did we? Oh, hey! I forgot there were things like this. After Samus sets out for Sector 3, the exam center explodes. Adam then informs Samus that there might be survivors in Sector 2. Samus sets out for Sector 2. So kind of them to tell us where we're going. And why. An option, I guess. I see you down there. You know, in case I forgot what a missile tank did between streams, they had to tell me again. This seems breakable, and sure enough it is, but not by anything I have. Actually, can we go south here? Looks like no. Another speed booster thing on the other side. Hey look, it's a whatever these are. Get off me. Can I not jump onto them? Apparently not. Not entirely certain what they want. But apparently missiles get rid of them neatly. So I guess it's freeze them in place and missile them. Really? The missile locks onto a part of this thing that isn't even actually part of it. It like locks onto the center of the model, which is nowhere near one of its hitboxes. Hello, missile tank. What are you doing just hanging out over here in the open, visible to everyone? And up we go. Okay. I was literally forced onto that. I had let go of the D-pad upon entering the room, and yet Samus just ran forward of her own accord. Okay, can't hop onto this thing's head. Considering that it's only the, like, bony protrusions that flash red when I shoot it, I'm assuming they're going to break off at some point. And then I'll be able to hop onto its head because it won't have antlers to defend itself. Or it'll fall down and then we can not kill it at all with the thing that's supposed to be an instant kill. Oh, is it because I didn't missile its head to open up the bony structure, I guess. I'm guessing that item is up above. So there's a slope that we can't go up, but there is this morph ball tunnel, which takes us, one would imagine, somewhere. And the answer is it takes us to the top of that little slope. But yes, that item is very unreachable for now. Whoa, really? I need to go to the next navigation room? Never would have guessed. Well, we don't have those. Which means we must find an alternate path. See, I was thinking these red lights would be indicative of there being a morph ball tunnel around here, but I guess not. Well, I mean, there kind of is. It's just seems more like an outlet than an inlet. Oh, there's one. Provided Samus will grab on. There we go. Ah, we need to go through when it's not blowing, I guess. Yep. And here we are in the next room. Getting my butt kicked. Okay, so he's got a big old zappy back, so we can't jump on him. one? Sure can. Okay, so we can jump on him when his back isn't zappy. And more of these things. And yep, freeze them and missile them and they die. Sometimes. Oh. Great. So I was actually on his head, but he apparently slammed me into a wall before I could do anything. Okay, so we can in fact overblast him. He just needs to not hit a wall first. Got him. And apparently my health isn't low enough to restore, despite being at 33. I got turned around. It's honestly kind of annoying that no enemies ever drop anything. Like, there's no missile pickups, there's no health pickups. You just... you have what you have. And if you get too low, sure, you can... well, actually, your missile, you can just always restore, but... your health... you can restore it if you get too low. Do I need to... yeah. There. So this is apparently an exit. Sucks to be that zoomer. Doing some really intense music for just two side hoppers. Oh, is the item up in there? Oh. It is up in here, but not quite how I expected it to be. Oh, cool. Another one of these guys. Here to show us that we can make platforms. aren't his tentacles getting all frozen? There they are. Oh, but now he's in zapping mode. And now his tentacles are unfrozen and he's in zapping mode. And now he's dead. The radius on being able to dodge from a projectile is kind of ludicrous. An item under here, apparently. I can see exactly where it would be hiding. Shame we have a slow walk back. Hooray for health. And we're going back to the navigation room above the last navigation room we used. So the game is straight up telling us, hey, you're gonna get a new power-up on the way here. You could have gone here to begin with, but no. Power-up required. Oh no, it's a frozen something.
The creature's corpse showed signs of what looked like Metroid predation, making my mind race. Metroids? Here? Impossible. Metroids can't tolerate cold temperatures. They couldn't survive in this environment. Besides, they're extinct. The baby was the last of its kind.
Okay, so something is killing things in a way similar to how Metroids kill things, but it's doing it somewhere cold. Big fella down. And what do we need to get this moving again? Nest is inside the fan. How annoying. much I can do about that, but since I've killed all the ice, I should be able to ride this thing to get past the fans. Provided I don't take icicle shots to the face. Can I get close enough to actually kill that nest? Apparently, yes. Apparently, no, because the fan is in the way. Apparently, yes. Oh, the thing takes me to a terminal. I see. Now we have a nice, easy ride over. See, I was thinking it would take me past the fans, because I was thinking, hey, the fans are probably blowing so hard that we can't just run forward, so we need to cling to this. But no, that is not the case. Be nice if this thing could hurry it up. And supposedly there's an item near here. Oh, I know what it is. It's we stop here and then shine spark up. Because shine sparking is a thing in this 3D Metroid game. Which, honestly, pretty neat. Why do I specifically have to target that? Clearly because then we go in and plant a more palm bomb. But I feel like pointing at any part of it should expose the lock-on bit. Those things explode violently when hit with a charge beam, and yet that explosion doesn't do damage to any other creatures. Despite absolutely destroying them. Okay, and I suppose I then bomb this to make air happen. Oops. I flushed myself. And this is why this is a ladder. Samus has very interesting ladder climbing technique. here, but with no water, but also with these guys, and apparently they can just jump on my head and ruin my day. They are gone. Bet that's the speed booster thing. Sure is. We need to find the speed booster. Or else a morph ball. Oh.
The most efficient way through here should be delivering shoulder impacts with your speed booster, so I'm authorizing its use.
Okay, that's right. We don't need to find the speed booster. We need to have Adam tell us we're allowed to use the speed booster. It's a whatever this is. Oh. Okay, what's knocking down the icicles? Bet if I shoot this thing in its big stupid eye. Okay, I guess not. Got a shield over its big stupid eye. So what, do I need like wave beam or something? Hey, no, stop. Okay, let's get out of there first. And now we're over here. But I'm not about to let an energy tank go to waste. Especially not when you apparently get to just come right back out. Oh boy, we're going to another navigation booth? Like, here's the thing. This game, it's clearly borrowing a lot from Metroid Fusion, yes. The fact that we go to navigation booths and have a map revealed and have our objective pointed out to us, that is 100% straight up just a thing that happens in Metroid Fusion. But in Metroid Fusion, they also take the opportunity to give us some information regarding the area we're in, what's going on in it, why things are the way they are. But in this game, it's just a formality. You go to the navigation booth, and it shows you where it wants you to go. End of story. That's it. And honestly, I feel like it's the worst way to... not the worst, but a worse way to handle it. Also, I have no idea how I'm supposed to kill this thing here when it's got a shield over its big dumb eye. Like, am I even supposed to kill it right now? I don't see any other way to advance. Apparently I can rotate this thing somehow. Oh. Somehow discovered. Somehow apparently not discovered. Oh, I was too far from it. I see. And I had a bad angle because the camera was showing that happen instead of showing me, you know, Samus. So I can hop over there, or I can hop over here. And apparently over here gets us a missile. Okay, this room is clearly made for speed boosting. Just need to clear the obstacles. Rude. And now it's down there and I have to jump down in order to even fight it. Thanks, game. Oh, is there another one? Neat. There is another one. Shame I can't really do anything about it because it was up there instead of down where I was. This notch here makes it look like there should be a morph ball tunnel. But no, it's just a notch in the wall. Oh, cool. This one fell down too. Time to jump down and deal with it then. And now to go back up and then back into the last room, and this is annoying. And those guys are actually in the tubes, so we can't actually kill them. Can't believe I had to enter and exit that room 3 times just because the enemies in it refused to stay on a platform. Oh boy, we're going to the next navigation room. Like, seriously. All these do is show us a map and say, go to the place you can reach. There's no need to show us. Oh, look, it's these things again, but this time in a cold place. Shame I don't really have anything I can do to deal with it more effectively than last time. Like, can't jump on it. As far as I'm aware, you can't knock it down. Wow, way to flip over for literally no reason. Probably just wasting my time trying to kill this thing, honestly. And again, it flipped over for no reason. I mean, at least it dies faster now, but... Oh, apparently I killed it for a reason. Why is your corpse still here? Go away. Okay, so there's an item up on the ledge. Game, excuse me. Uh-oh.
Maurice.
And there's a woman who's just gonna sit there staring at us as we point a gun in her general direction. Oh, but now we spotted her. Better run. So, Adam, you don't have anything to say about Maurice here? Hello.
Don't come near me! I know why you're here!
Why is that?
No, you don't understand. I'm here to rescue you.
You're lying! I know the Galactic Federation wants to silence everyone who knows about our work here. How can I trust you when your troops are willing to kill each other?
And I guess she just never moved away from that window.
Stay away from me.
Listen to me. We're here to rescue you. Hurry, this way! Wait. Get out of here!
Sure convenient how specifically only the face is covered. Though also it begs the question, how does the pilot actually see? There must be some kind of camera and monitor system. All right, one arm down. I just realized this boss apparently has a health bar. Oh boy, now it's got spiky pokers. And apparently I gotta freeze a wheel one more time. Alright, reveal your weak point so that I can finish this. Very easy, boss. Also kind of lame how the beam did literally 0 damage to it. Weird how it keeps turning its head so that we can't see the pilot. Oh, he wasn't even there.
The woman believed that the Galactic Federation was sent to the bottle ship to keep those in the know from leaking information about the project. And no wonder. She'd been attacked by someone wearing a Galactic Federation power suit, and she implied that Maurice was killed by another soldier. Considering the mortal danger we'd survived together, I had to agree with her. There was a traitor among us.
Samus, the wavelength of that monster's cry is driving the other creatures into a frenzy. They've grown markedly more aggressive. It appears to be hiding in Sector 3 now. Take the elevator ahead of you to the main sector. From there, head to Sector 3. If you run into that thing, hit it with your plasma beam. You've got to take it down.
Okay, but first, there's an item in here somewhere. And I am apparently not able to get out to reach it. Yep, we are in fact trapped on this side.
With those creatures, crafted into killers, running free, the bottle ship had been turned into a nightmare replica of Zebes. And then here came Adam and the others. At this rate, the plan the Federation wanted to keep so secret would be revealed. So they sent in an assassin. Someone to wipe out any survivors, as well as anyone who learned about the secret project. KG, James, Anthony, and Adam. Could one of them really be a traitor? Until I found out who it was, I decided to call the traitor the Deleter.
And why, pray tell, would you...
On top of everything, I started to think about that woman.
It's a dumb name.
Was she the one who sent the distress signal? And could she be the person in charge here, Madeline Bergman? Either way, I knew I had to protect her. She would be targeted again. And she wasn't the only one in danger. I, too, would be considered a threat here.
Uh-oh. And we won't even see the corpse. Kinda rude. Hey, Wolfkinson. Probably not going this way, honestly. I mean, we could if these were down. Because then we could just speed boost on up. But those are up. So we're probably going this way, huh? I still think it's dumb how this game requires us to change grip on the controller. Wolfkinson, this isn't my first time playing Other M, so I knew what I was getting into going in. It's a very pretty game for a Wii game. Like, honestly, it looks pretty good. Gameplay-wise, it's passable. Story-wise is where this game absolutely suffers. Did I do all that just to end up exactly where I came from? Or... Ow. Ow. Okay, so it wasn't exactly where I came from. Well, at least we got this. Yeah, thus far, Wolfkinson, nothing's really changing my original impressions of this game. Like, it's fine. Especially if you ignore the story. If you completely ignore the story, the game... Well, it is improved as a result, but... that's not saying much. Basically, the story's bad and it should feel bad. And, like, playing this game immediately after having played Metroid Fusion, I'm noticing a lot more of the parallels between the two games. Which, it's kind of neat what they were going for. But also, this game, having the plot that it does, actually kind of completely cheapens a twist in Metroid Fusion. So, like... yeah, this game's story being what it is actually makes the story of another game worse. And that's not great, especially when Metroid Fusion was really, really good. So if I slip down, then that doesn't do good things for me. I think what the game wants is for me to shoot at this and be like, hey, wait, I can't shoot that. I need the wave beam. And then turn on the wave beam for me, maybe? Game? Please? Please, game? Please? Is that not what's going to happen here? Because it feels like that's what needs to happen here. This glass is in the way of the thing that I probably need to shoot in order to... yeah, in order to turn off the stuff that's blocking my progress. Did I seriously come all this way for literally nothing? Wolfkinson, yes, the story is that bad, and also it's going to introduce an element. It's already hinted at. Okay, we are back. My internet just went out. I don't know why, but resetting my modem seems to have fixed it, so we got that going for us. I don't know what I was in the middle of saying when the internet went out. But what I do know is that I was talking about how this game's plot cheapens the plot of Metroid Fusion, which is a fantastic game. Because this game... Oh. Hey, Adam, feel like enabling Wave Beam for me now? Authorizing it? Anytime.
Samus, you need a permeating shot effect to get past this. I'm authorizing you to unlock your Wave Beam.
Thank you. But yeah, there's a thing that we've already seen evidence of in this game. That, by its very being here, cheapens a twist in Metroid Fusion and makes Samus's response to it really dumb. Okay, now that we have Wave Beam, we can actually go back this way and shoot the thing that we've already been close enough to see. And apparently Wave Beam's just strong enough to kill these guys without needing to freeze them. That's nice. But yeah, something that happens in this game completely ruins the impact of something that happens in Metroid Fusion. And sure, this game came out after Metroid Fusion, but it takes place before Metroid Fusion. And like, sure, it's cool when it happens in this game, but the implications are just so dumb. So dumb. That's how this game's story goes. It's very, very dumb. Like, honestly, a lot of the time it feels like they put no thought whatsoever into the story beats of this game. Like, seriously. It's not great. Uh-oh, it's an avalanche in an enclosed space. Where did all the snow come from? I'm sorry? I hit nothing. Where's it gonna put me? Okay, it's gonna put me back at here. Okay. So, could be worse. But did I have to, like, not be shooting? Is that what it is? Excuse me? Do I need to jump at the end? Because, like, I have no means of going down any faster than I did just there. So either I have to jump at the end, or there's something else going on here with no indication for it. Okay, jumping at the end doesn't save me. What does this game want from me? Like, for reals, what does this game want from me? And where does enough snow to be lethal even come from it? It would be lovely if there was an indicator of what the game was hoping I would do. Oh, it wanted me to roll down? Is that it? This does seem much faster, honestly. We are on flat ground. Why is it still chasing me? Wow, that was dumb. This game may have a dumb story, but it can also have its dumb gameplay moments too, for the record. Also, now there's more of these raised up. Rude. Hey, game, how about you let me actually on the thing? No? Okay, what does the game want from me? Oh, it wants me to freeze it while it's up. Probably want me to freeze that one too, huh? Or not. Wait. How did you get unfrozen? Or no, you were frozen and then I shot you to... Cool. Have I mentioned before that controlling this with a D-pad is stupid? Because boy is it. Like, we're on a system where they could have had access to controls with more buttons and analog control in a 3D game using only things that came with the system. Like, Wii U Remote and Nunchuck, they came with the system. So here's what I've got here. When I am running around as normal, I've got the D-pad to move. I could have an analog stick to move. I've got the 2 button to jump. I could have the A button to jump. I've got the 1 button to shoot. I could have the B button to shoot. B button right now does literally nothing. A button does this. Oh, you know what? We don't need to morph that quickly that often. And they could easily put that on, say, Z or C. Let me play this game with Nunchuck and vertical Wii Remote, please. It gives me access to more buttons. It gives me analog control in a 3D space. There's no reason this game had to be played with a sideways Wii Remote. And then you can be like, oh, but there's the aiming sequences where you point at the screen and you go into first person. Put that on the Z button. Done. Hold Z to do first person. It's easier. You're already pointing at the screen. You don't have to adjust your grip. All the choices they made for how to play this game are dumb. And like, they wouldn't even have to change the controls in first person. They just have to, you know, make it so that they happen. Like, seriously, I would love to have a chat with whoever decided, hey, we're making our very first traditional style Metroid game that takes place in 3D environments. And we are going to make it use the D-pad for movement. Like, whoever made that decision, I want to hear their reasons. Because I doubt they could have a very good reason for it, honestly. Oh no, it's a whatever that is. Goodbye, whatever you were. Probably need to shine spark here. Yeah, that's power bombs. Okay, that did not do what I was thinking it would. But there's this on the ground, which implies that shine sparking is the thing to do. What's this? I have drained the goop. I don't know why, but I've done it. It lets us see behind the goop. But I don't see anything that we needed to shoot with our wave beam over here. Oh, maybe we needed to shoot. Yeah, we need to shoot straight through. So what did that accomplish? Oh, it opened a morphal tunnel. I had looked away while the thing was activating. Hey, look, it's space. This seems like a safe place for us to be. So we could go back through and get a few items, but pretty sure we also need a few items to get all the items, so might as well not.
This elevator is bound for the main sector.
So unless I'm mistaken, we are soon going to be seeing one of the scenes that people like the least about this game.
A level 4 warning is now in effect in Sector 3.
Oh no, not level 4.
Irregularity has been confirmed in the geothermal power plant and the experimental simulated desert area. All staff members are asked to please evacuate immediately.
If people are asked to evacuate immediately, why does the elevator even let people back down? But yeah, we are about to see what is one of the most widely hated aspects of this game before we get out of this area. And honestly, I can absolutely see why people dislike it. The thing is, those people are ignoring some things that can justify it at least a little. Also, why is this closed? It's the direction that I'm supposed to be going, and yet I cannot go there. What do you want from me, game? Okay, I'll go over the issues and the reason why some of them don't really matter that much when we actually get to the moment in question. I feel like this can't be what the game wants me to be doing. There's no indication that this is what the game wants me to be doing, other than the fact that the door towards where we're supposed to go is locked. But I don't see any alternate path to get there. And this is a long way to backtrack. So much okay, I can't go any further that way. I hope I'm not coming this way for no reason.
Sequence complete.
And yet... Did I miss something? I probably missed something. But hey, we can not speed boost down this hull because there's suddenly lava breaks in the bridge. Okay, almost made it. So we couldn't have come this way without speed boost, which means that we were in fact meant to come this way at this point in time, probably. Hey, it's another one of these things in the same place that we first found one. Just like with the first one, it grabbed me before I could do a damn thing about it. Hey, maybe don't with the grabbing? There we go. Hey, we can do this to open up that door. So now we can actually go back there. We just had to take a big old detour. Still can't reach quite high enough to get in there, though, unless... Yeah, I don't think infinite bomb jumping is going to be the answer here. It is so annoying that we just barely can't reach that when there is an item in there. Sure, it's just a missile, but, like, I want it. Is this how we get it? This is how we get it. I just never noticed that before. Never noticed this yellow morph ball tunnel with a knockdown grate on the floor below it. Need to actually get a longer running start here. Okay. That was quite the forced detour. And honestly, it doesn't really feel like it added a whole lot to the game. Probably would have been just fine without it, honestly. Uh-oh. It's a that thing. Shame I can't get up there.
Samus, use of the grapple beam is authorized.
Don't know why it wasn't authorized before. This thing's completely safe.
Get to Anthony and cover him.
so even with its little things frozen, I can't just hop on. Hey, now its things are busted. So maybe I can hop on. Or maybe the game just won't allow me to do that. Yep, I can't even attempt to hop on anymore. You know, after getting rid of the things that were preventing me from hopping onto it. It's just impossible to hop onto it.
Whew. That was ugly. Thanks, Princess. So, you get called out here too?
Called?
Commander gave us a new directive to move as a unit. Our gather point was a navigation booth near here, but when no one showed, I figured I'd just take a look around. That's when I got jumped by those things you just saw.
What was your unit directive? I'm tracking that monster.
We were heading to the geothermal power plant to open the magma eruption port. Gotta restore the power in this place, so I can see that pretty face of yours. Yeah, it seemed a little excessive to send the whole unit to do it, but he's the commander. He must have had a reason. So Samus, how you feeling about the commander, huh?
Has arrived at the drive unit.
Ian, be careful out there. I know this is a routine fix, but don't let your guard down. There were 300 people on board. Their lives are in your hands.
Roger that.
Commander! The drive unit's going critical!
The unit is overheating beyond our estimates, sir.
Ian!
Commander Malkovich, unit meltdown imminent. It's going to explode.
Prepare to disengage the drive unit immediately.
But Ian's still inside!
Adam, I can reach him. Give me the order, please.
Lock and secure the shielding doors now.
Adam, wait! There's still time. I can make it. Please, let me go. I mean, that's Ian. That's your little brother out there.
We're out of time, sir.
Adam, please, let me go. You have to trust me. Just give me a chance.
Commence drive unit disposal immediately. That's an order.
Adam was right. If we had waited any longer, it would have meant the end of those we had come to rescue, and the end of us as well. I knew that, but...
At the very least, you wouldn't be standing here now. That's what the commander was most scared of.
I was childish. No one should have to make the choice that Adam did, and yet all I could do was question his authority and make things more difficult.
Hey, you were just a pup then, and the commander knows it. Look, forget it. Sorry for hitting a nerve. We better get going anyhow. Man, if something like that happened now? Huh. Best just forget about it. I'm out.
I knew the question Anthony was suppressing, and I knew the answer. If something like that happened again, I would hold fast to that glimmer of hope and try for redemption. That's who I am.
Weird how she still hasn't told Anthony or Adam or anyone about the fact that one of the GF guys is going around killing the other GF guys. You'd think that would be important to mention. Especially if one of them's, say, traveling alone and the other one knows exactly, or probably knows exactly how many of his crew are still alive out there. Like, you'd think Adam would realize that, hey, there are only 2 of his men still alive. Not counting him. And one of the 3 of them is out there killing other people. Maybe that's something to mention? So, grapple beam swinging in this game feels awkward because it takes like half a second between when you press the button and when Samus actually lets go. Like, press. Okay, there it actually went immediately, but sometimes it doesn't. And press. Okay, again it went immediately, but the first 2 times in this room it didn't, and it felt really awkward. Also, there's an item hiding in here somewhere, but it's probably... Yeah, I see that Morphball tunnel. Okay, found some lava too. So I guess it wasn't a Morphball. It was just a tunnel. Yep, that's a terminal. Thanks for locking onto it, game. I wanted to look around it. I see that. That's how we get in there. Question is, how do we get into that Morphball tunnel? And the very related question is, how is anyone supposed to get around this facility if they do not have the ability to turn into a ball? Like, seriously, this facility was not designed for anyone other than Samus to be able to traverse it. Oh no, it ate the grapple point. I hope it was tasty. Not eating that grapple point, though. Who could have expected that to show up? So you're going to show me the grapple point in your mouth, but you're not going to leave it open long enough for me to grab it? sure would be inconvenient if this grapple point was somehow attached to anything. You know, this grapple point that the thing swallowed. Like, can't it just spit it up? How is it attached to the creature in a way that lets us actually pull the whole creature out of the lava rather than just pulling the grapple point out of its mouth? Uh-oh, the grapple point's gone. Excuse you? Got it.
Samus, it looks like that monster is headed to the geothermal electric power generator. Track it and put an end to it.
Data recording initial restoration sequence activated. Sequence complete. Process successful.
So there's a grapple point here. One must assume it's here for a reason. Hey, we were told that something was causing problems here in the desert area. What's with this seam? Like there's a faint line in the desert. Oh, hello. Okay, looks like there's actually several faint lines in the desert. Did they seriously leave a line at the edge of this texture that they're repeating? Because this is repeating at very regular intervals. Close enough to that. Also, I probably need to, like, hit this side of it to turn it somewhere useful, I guess. Is that all I needed to do? This is taking me nowhere useful. So I probably need to hit it again. And maybe even one more time. That looks like it's where it needs to be. Amazing how Samus's momentum just completely rotates there. And now we need to rotate the thing even further. Means we're probably going to have to deal with this jerk. Camera panning out like this makes the lines in the sand even more obvious. Oh, that's right. It only swings towards and away. So does that mean I need to... Yeah, I made it go one too far. So if it's here... Yeah, that'll get us onto that platform. What was that? Get out of here. Why can I not grapple to this from here? Also, can I do anything over here? There's clearly a thing for us to do something with. Like, that's a wall to jump on, and that's a thing to climb up. So clearly there is a way over there. Like that wall actually still goes further up. And yet Samus does not. Goes quite a bit further up, but not exactly helpful to us. So maybe down here or something is the terminal that we'll need to access in order to actually go further up. Or to open the door, rather. And now we got to go back up the other side so that we can actually get to that door. Okay, it seems like that was actually probably what I was supposed to do, and I was just meant to land on top of this rather than just letting myself fall back down. Oh. Not gonna let that missile just sit there. Also, it feels wrong to call it a missile tank when it's only a single missile.
Data recording initiate restoration sequence activated. Sequence complete. Process successful.
Hey, it got its things back. Here, I was hoping using the missile would actually accomplish something, but no. You having fun up there, bud? Okay, goodbye. Quite a ways down. You'd think a creature that lives in lava wouldn't burn to death. So, is that meant to be our way out of here? I guess it must be. For in case we fail the grapple beams. Game, please. I'm trying to aim at the grapple beam. It's fine. We went past whatever item was in here, but I don't know that we would have been able to get it anyway. made it. So there's an item in here. Oh, right, we needed, like, super missiles for that. Yep. Still can't do it. Okay. Not meant to go that way yet. Game, please. Let me out. Game, let me jump. Wow. Really had to just walk through that lava for a while.
Data recording. Restoration sequence activated. Sequence complete. Process
Game. Sure is nice coming through here actually having the Varia suit now so that I don't burn to death. Rude. Okay, game, anytime. Be nice if it let me actually jump out of the lava a little earlier. Hey, look, that's a grapple point. I bet we need to use that. Later, Wolfkinson. Well, that's weird. The creature from before was also just a shell. Have super missiles, can't open that. But can grab this. And this. And now for the moment.
Get out the way! Man, there's a thing in here. We gotta clear out. Where's the exit at?
There's the exit at. Well, that's a problem.
Duck. This ain't good. Well, only one thing to do, huh? Let's tear this thing up.
Wait, Anthony. Leave this one to me. Don't waste your plasma.
Instead, hey, Samus, didn't Adam tell you to waste your plasma on it?
Samus, blast the eruption port to get the magma flowing.
Cool, we're literally stuck hanging out here right now. Game. Okay, so now we can move around. But why was it? Is this the eruption port that I'm supposed to blast? Ow. Usually things I'm supposed to blast, like, oh, that?
Use your super missiles.
Love to. There we go. Charge up missiles, as in the Prime games. Okay, where's the thing again? There it is. Cool. Thanks, game. So, first of all, the animations we're going to see here are very cool. Honestly, it's a pretty cool cutscene. Except for the fact that the design on this familiar creature is a little off-model. He's got a freaking woodpecker beak. Not a fan of that. But everything else about this, pretty cool. And this is what people complain about. Samus sees Ridley and is reduced to a sniveling child in front of him. And people are all like, but Samus has killed Ridley so many times before.
You copy. Samus!
I'll keep explaining when this is over.
Samus, use your plasma beam! What's your status?
He can't be.
Samus, do you read me?
got no stop. I think I gotta teach you a lesson about silence. Come on!
Anthony! Don't do it!
Come on!
Anthony!
All right, we got our plasma beam. But yeah, Samus, seeing Ridley, is reduced to a sniveling child, despite the fact that by this point in the series canon that we have seen prior to the release of this game, Samus has killed Ridley in Metroid 1, in Metroid Prime, in Metroid Prime 3, in Super Metroid. Like, she has killed Ridley no small number of times. And yet, upon seeing him again, she is frozen with fear. Which, yeah, that seems a little unreasonable. Except, there's some things that you have to realize here. Ridley killed her parents in front of them. She watched it happen. And, like, that, of course, would be traumatic. And then, despite that, she's killed him multiple times. Like, actually killed him. And he just keeps coming back. Again and again and again. She thought he was dead for good prior to this. And yet, here he is. Alive and well. As menacing as ever. That would be more than a little demoralizing. Don't you think? And we are super dead here. Wow, way to clip into the floor there, Samus. But yeah, like, sure, it's a bit of an overreaction for a seasoned warrior like Samus to react like that. But it's not like it comes out of nowhere. Okay, I am probably dead again. Yeah, I can't charge my beam. I'm just dead. So this is just an exceptionally long death sequence when he grabs us like that. Unfortunately, he doesn't really give us a lot of opportunity to actually recharge our health if we get low. So he doesn't want us super missiling him right now. That much is clear. Also, the way he scrapes Samus along the walls there is actually a pretty good showcase of the fact that Ridley is an intelligent creature. Got him.
I wondered if Anthony was conscious as he hit bottom. Unbearable thoughts welled up in me, making me want to get as far away as I could. I regretted not being able to protect him. And I regretted thinking, even for a moment, that he would betray me or fail to come to my aid at the expense of his own safety.
And now we know, or have had it implied, that the deleter is whoever survived between James and KG. Let's not take a lava bath. Well, we don't have any explicitly stated goal right now. There's definitely a few
Something was gnawing at me.
Why?
Communication with Adam had ceased. From the deleter's point of view, Adam would represent the largest threat. Without question, his life had to be in danger. But it was Adam Malkovich. He wouldn't go down easily. And Adam would already know about the deleter, so there's no way he would let his guard down. If that was the case, then why couldn't I reach him? What did he think of the unfolding situation, and what was he planning to do next? My racing thoughts started to frustrate me.
Oh no, it's that guy. We better follow him very slowly. Amazing, the elevator's already back.
This elevator is bound for Sector 1.
Data recording. Upgrade sequence activated. Sequence complete. Process successful.
Now that these guys have spikes on their back, I can't jump on them. And why is this all lowered now? I'm not super certain where the game wants me going. Oh, now I am. Basically just making sure that we know not to go up. Whoever that was must have had a grapple beam of their own. And here we get a nice little character moment. Like, actually, a nice character moment.
Any objections, Adam?
Just enables her own space jump and screw attack because Adam's not there to say no. Like, that's a nice moment. It would be nicer still if Samus also enabled all of her other power-ups that she has. But still, a nice moment.
Data recording. Restoration sequence activated. Sequence complete. Process successful.
Didn't even get a map from that one. Powerbomb blast you.
I'm not a member of the Galactic Federation. I came here because I intercepted the distress call. I'm a bounty hunter. And I know that something is after you. Please, you must believe me. Thank you. I'm Samus Aran. What's your name?
Madeline Bergman. Behind closed doors, the Galactic Federation was trying to create a special forces unit composed of bioweapons. In order to make it happen, they were attempting to create an organization modeled after the space pirates, with the Zebesians at the center. But because of a certain presence, the life forms became ferocious. We were no longer able to control them.
By a certain presence, she must have meant Ridley. So you sent out the distress signal, even though it endangered your life?
I had to. I felt there was a real danger here, that if left as is, the Zebesians would continue to evolve and resurrect as real space pirates.
If that danger was real, then the risk of withholding information to protect herself was too great, clearly. And yet, wasn't she the one who set the facility's system to self-destruct? In silence, I praised her courage and sense of responsibility. At the same time, her argument had some holes. Say that the Zebesians, under Ridley's influence, became super aggressive. Would that really lead to the resurrection of the space pirates? Without a malicious force to lead them down that path, wouldn't they continue to merely follow their instincts, ultimately becoming no more than a swarm of feral creatures? Regardless, it was clear that the Galactic Federation was ready to consign their enormous mistake to oblivion. And that's why they sent a deleter. And as for Madeline and others who knew the secret? But wait, there was another inconsistency in her story. Why go to such lengths at all? With just a small flexing of the Galactic Federation's military force, they should have been able to destroy a facility of this scope with ease. So why didn't they?
Actually, there was an even more dangerous plan. Come with me.
Metroid militarization.
That's not possible. The Metroids were terminated along with Zebes. Yes. And the last of them, the baby, met its end above my head.
You're Samus Aran, right? The one who annihilated the space pirates? Metroid remnants were attached to your suit when you returned from Zebes. They were reproduced from a piece of cell structure salvaged by the Federation, and they are in this facility.
I gave your suit a polish so you'd be at least somewhat presentable.
And Ridley in the same way.
At first, no one thought that the creature was Ridley. They didn't think it had potential as a bioweapon at all. They raised it like a pet, calling it Little Birdie. Until one day, it attacked one of the researchers and got away. Ridley had played dead and lured the scientist into his cage. What was left? It was a horrible sight.
But in order to control Metroids, you need Mother Brain's telepathy. You don't. You didn't recreate a Mother Brain clone, did you?
It's artificial intelligence. We developed an AI program that would reproduce Mother Brain's thought processes. We called it MB.
But it was just a program. It wasn't the Mother herself.
MB evolved as it communicated with the Metroids. It appears as though it began to become self-aware, much like the original Mother Brain. It's really quite remarkable.
That's when it became clear to me just why Madeline was so afraid of the space pirate's resurrection. It wasn't that her story had holes in it. Through the holes were glimpses of the danger that was right before her eyes. If everything she said was true, where are the Metroids and MB?
They're in an area called Sector 0. It's a unit that doesn't appear in any of our map data. It's a place like Turian, where we propagate and raise Metroids.
I began to see what the worst-case scenario would look like. The ultimate weapon, the Metroid, would be mass-produced, and as soon as an AI that could control them was developed, the plan to create a special forces unit modeled after the space pirates was replaced. But as the AI called MB spun out of control, the facility became a place much like the planet Zebes. If the situation were left alone, galactic society would be put in peril. Even the ringleaders of the operation wanted to avoid that, but they still wanted the Metroids. And that's why they decided to capture the Metroids contained in Sector 0 and delete the rest of the facility, including the space pirates, Ridley, and everyone who knew the secret. But before the ringleaders could act, Adam appeared. Adam might have known or suspected the truth about the facility from the beginning, Regardless, since the ringleaders were members of the Galactic Federation, they could no longer act recklessly. And so a deleter was installed as a member of Adam's team to destroy evidence and plan each subsequent move. But having me added on as a member must have disrupted the Galactic Federation's plans. Madeline, thanks for telling me all this. I've got to destroy the Metroids and MB in Sector 0. You have to remain hidden. Don't worry. The Galactic Federation CO who's here now will help you. You're safe.
Does that CO happen to be Commander Adam Malkovich?
Uh-oh.
The real leader of this operation is Commander Malkovich. I can't believe that he's here.
Stay here until I return.
All right. So we just got some big reveals there. Which happen to be basically the exact same big reveals that were in Metroid Fusion. Thanks a lot. The GF is making Metroids. Samus is somehow surprised by this, even when they do it again in Metroid Fusion. Like, seriously, they have now made Metroids twice. At least in Metroid Fusion, they will have made Metroids twice. And yet, Samus is somehow going to be surprised by it both times. Can't even go in there. And also, by this point in the series canon, Metroid Prime 3 has already released. In fact, it released 3 years prior to this game. And one would think that Samus, having seen the AI units based off of Mother Brain, the Aurora units, like, she's already seen those. Those already exist. Metroid Prime 3 takes place before this game. So just every piece of this big reveal that we've seen so far is something that has already happened in a Metroid game prior to, or released prior to this. And in many cases, in a Metroid game that took place prior to this. Which really just begs the question, why does this game exist? Just to cheapen the reveals of other games? Is that it? Because that's what it does. Like, if this game actually had its own unique reveals, it would be better. But all the things that it reveals, at least thus far, are things that happen in other Metroid games. Some of them took place before this one, so Samus shouldn't be surprised in the least. And some of them take place after this one, so Samus shouldn't be surprised in the least in those games. Like, this is 2 Metroid games now that take place canonically pretty much back to back. Two Metroid games that take place pretty much back to back, in which Samus is surprised that the Galactic Federation is cloning Metroids. Oh, neat. Seeker missiles. Now, is there anything I need to actually use these on? And why is that grapple point hanging so low?
This elevator is bound for the main sector. This elevator is bound for Sector 2.
Okay, so we're going southeast-ish. And there's a something. But how do I get the something? Probably by super missiling this. Oh boy, we just spent 5 missiles to expand our missile capacity by 1. I should probably get this health.
Sequence complete.
Kind of an anticlimactic end to our speed boost there. and get the thing that is hiding in here. Except I need to actually catch onto the ledge there. There we go. Good job, game. What do you know? The Metroids are being kept near the place where we saw signs of Metroid predation, but it was too cold for Metroids. Wonder what's the deal with that? Oh. And suddenly gravity is reversed. If only we knew of another Metroid game in which gravity was manipulated by an enemy. It's almost as though this game is going to yet again reveal something that we've already seen in Metroid Fusion. So honestly, I can't complain about this one because this isn't a story beat, and like, I mean, I guess it's kind of dumb that they made a big deal about this new bioweapon that has been created in Metroid Fusion when it's apparently a bioweapon that literally already existed and Samus had already fought before. There's the item. There's the more fault. So yeah, like, it's real dumb and cheapens an admittedly minor part of Metroid Fusion, but like, all this game had to do was be an original story that bridges the gap between Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion. And like, I guess they got the bridges the gap part, kind of. But as far as original story goes, not so much. Amazing how Samus can dodge and jump around just fine as long as she's not using her actual jump. I want that. That right there, I want it, but I can't get it because we can't jump high enough because the gravity's too high. Wow. I was just stun-locked by a pair of zoomers. You know, I would think that that wall jump should have been affected at least a little bit by the gravity situation. Apparently we got a space jump harder there. Amazing how the jump off the grapple point also is apparently just completely unaffected by the high gravity. Oh, hey, gravity's back to normal. Hey, look. That looks an awful lot like Nightmare's gravity control thingy. What do you know? It literally was Nightmare's gravity control thingy. Hi, Nightmare. What are you doing in a game that takes place before the game where Samus first learned of and encountered Nightmare? I didn't have a lock there. Oh hey, we got the freeze again. Game, please. I want Nightmare. Can't believe the thing locked me onto a damn grapple point when Nightmare was right there. There we go. Busted his face open. And that should not be there. That was supposed to be from the X-Parasite, dang it. That face absolutely should not be there right now. Wow, I didn't have control there. I'm not pressing any buttons. Well, now I'm in control.
Data recording. Registration sequence activated. Sequence complete. Process successful.
It's amazing in how in trying to be so like Metroid Fusion, this game ends up cheapening quite a few things in Metroid Fusion. Which is a damn shame because Metroid Fusion is a fantastic game. And Metroid Other M is a just okay game with a very bad story. A story so bad, it makes other stories worse by existing. I hope you're all here for the walking slowly forward while the camera is at an angle gameplay.
A baby.
Just because it's a baby doesn't mean it should be docile, game. The reason the last baby she met was docile is because she was in front of it when it hatched. It imprinted on her.
Samus, can you hear my voice?
I read you loud and clear, Adam.
You know what lies up ahead. The Metroids and the artificial intelligence that controls them. The fruit of the Galactic Federation's twisted project.
Yes. So why did you shoot me?
You can't destroy these Metroids.
What do you mean?
Sector Zero Metroids most likely can't be frozen.
Then what about the one you just froze?
What are you talking about?
There's a strong likelihood that the Metroid's mortal weakness, the vulnerability to cold, has been overcome through genetic manipulation.
And yet they didn't do that for
If that's
fusion.
true, there's no way you can destroy them.
But that baby earlier, the infant Metroid, you were able to freeze it.
True. My guess is that it was because it was still in a larval stage. But who can say? One thing's for certain. They're definitely propagating Metroids. Developing bioweapons with an obvious and fatal flaw would be suicide. It's hard to imagine the military mass-producing defective weapons. Then again, none of this makes sense. Metroids are lethal. Their extinction was a wise decision. And now, since no one has the technology to defeat them, they cannot be allowed to exist.
Hang on, Adam. First, I need to know why you're credited as the creator of the Metroid Military Program Report.
I received the request to write the report from Galactic Federation headquarters. In that report, I outlined the potential dangers of such a program and explained categorically why it shouldn't be attempted. HQ listened, but a small group within the Federation co-opted my report for its own purposes. Samus, you'll be fully recovered soon. I have several missions for you. This facility appears to be on an intercept course with Galactic Federation HQ. If what Madeline Bergman said is correct, there's a distinct possibility that this is the start of an attack by MB against the Federation. One way or another, some sort of attack is clearly imminent. You have to find a way to divert the ship off its intercept course. I've located a survivor in room MW, toward the rear of the Bioweapon Research Center. Whoever it is will be a key witness. Secure the survivor's safety, and defeat Ridley. He's as much of a threat as the Metroids. And one last word of warning. Madeline Bergman is no ally.
Hold on, Adam. What are you planning to do with the Metroids here in Sector Zero?
Leave it to me. I'll deal with this place.
You have a plan for dealing with Metroids that can't be frozen?
Sector Zero has a self-destruct protocol. If the sector receives a significant amount of damage, the unit is programmed to detach and self-destruct. A powerful explosion will eliminate the Metroids and MB without leaving a trace.
Don't you dare, Adam. Let me go in. I'm the only one who has a shot against the Metroids. We have to take the chance. Please, Adam. You have to trust me. You have to trust me. Just give me a chance.
Samus, I wish I could battle Ridley, but I can't. Unlike you, I'm no galactic savior. I'm merely human. But I can save you. You should be completely healed soon. There isn't much time. We both need to get started on our missions. I'm sorry for getting a little rough with you. Good luck, Samus.
Wait! Adam! Wait! Adam! Please wait!
No objections. Right, lady?
Emergency in Sector 0. Disengaging unit. Emergency in Sector 0. Disengaging unit. Emergency.
Adam vanished. My best friend. The person who understood me best. The closest thing to a father I had. Thoughts swirled through my head. I couldn't come to grips with what had happened. Such a cruel way to say goodbye. I was the only one who witnessed Adam's last moment. And though it shook me, I was calmer than I usually am. I think Adam granted me that Eye of the Storm clarity, his final gift to me. There was no time for me to grieve his death, but there was time for me to say, Adam, thank you. Leave the rest to me.
Okay, so that thing that just happened. Yeah, Metroids. GF is making them. Also, they made them immune to cold because they didn't want to have a worthless bioweapon. That makes sense. But why, after that happened canonically, would the Metroids in Metroid Fusion not be immune to cold? Also, hi Dead Bird. And Metroids in Metroid Fusion are absolutely not portrayed as good guys. They are just the natural predator of worse guys. Like, the Omega Metroid at the end of Metroid Fusion is still presented as a big, big threat. It's the final boss. And now we've got the gravity suit. Which, unfortunately, in this game is just a purple glow on top of the orange suit, rather than being a new cool-looking purple suit. Like, come on, game. Why? How can you do it so wrong? How can you do it so wrong? But yeah, anyway, the Metroids in Metroid Fusion, they're still there, they're still bad. And yet... No, Deadbird, the Omega Metroid at the end of Metroid Fusion was absolutely a real Metroid. Yeah, so in this game, the GF clones Metroids, and it surprises Samus. In Metroid Fusion, the GF clones Metroids, and it surprises Samus again. Like, she should have seen it coming by then. She shouldn't have been surprised. She shouldn't have been acting like, wait, how can they do this? Like, it happened before, Samus. And then the ones in Metroid Fusion are weak to ice rather than being immune to it. So, like, that's twice that the facts of this game, released after Metroid Fusion, make the story of Metroid Fusion worse, specifically by existing. Like, it takes a special kind of bad story to make another story worse. So our beam is being attracted to that black hole or whatever. Looks like our everything is being attracted to it. Maybe if we hop up there, we can get rid of it somehow. Well, we got it. So, I don't think we actually have that much of the game left, but unfortunately I am going to have to call this a stream here. So we're still going to have one more stream of Other M. I don't know how long it'll be, but if needed, I'll go around collecting items to make it feel long enough. And I can't stream tomorrow. Maybe on the 1st, Saturday. Not 100% certain, but if I can, I will. And if I can't, then Monday we will see the end of Other M. So either Saturday or Monday. Not sure which one yet, but either way, I'll see you then, friends.